Welcome back to the KC podcast, rated 5 stars by no one because nobody ever comments 5 stars or anything. But thank you to everybody that subscribed thus far, and
11.
Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. Thank you for all the support, and love that you guys have given us. It's been raving reviews so far. My name is Casey Herring, and this is my co-host
Kendra Brewer.
Welcome. So basically this video is going to be about our Montana trip.
Mostly. And whatever else comes up.
Yeah, whatever else comes up. It's going to be kind of wild. Yeah. I am having a little bit of coffee with our podcast today. And what are you having?
Coke. Diet Coke. The first one in
forever?
So long, dude.
So long. Yeah, I don't drink soda a whole lot no more.
It's been so long.
You know what we drink?
Coffee.
Bang. We drink Bang. We drink Bang. Because you know what? Bang. Episode 2. Come on, just sponsor us, man. This is our 4th video.
Can you imagine?
That'd be so sick.
I'd probably... Well, I wouldn't quit after that, but I'd be content.
I'd be content, too.
With everything.
Yeah, because... Could you imagine having an ad read in the middle of this? That'd be so dope. Bang. Sweet. We're already doing this, man. I'm not gonna drink mine today because I already had one today. I don't want to destroy my insides, but
I already had pre-workout and coffee, so
yeah. So yeah, what our Montana trip? How do you feel about it?
I think it was success.
A success.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have a single problem with each other.
True. Yeah.
Which is impressive.
The only problem that I could really think that we had was with the truck because the engine light came on.
But that was just like there's a service check. You might want to go check it out, but it's not necessary.
Right, and it turned off before we even headed back, so
it's fine.
It's totally fine. Fine.
That's a story for later because that leads to the story of when I got back.
Oh, true.
Everyone's gonna get to see me
absolutely yell. She'll probably scream in this podcast. She's probably gonna go absolutely nuts.
Anyone on my private story knows.
Oh, for sure. Yes, it's actually crazy. So yeah, where do you want to start? Just
day one.
Day one. I'll start with Saturday, the day we start driving down.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. We both get up and we pack up the truck and we kind of head. We
take off
onto the road.
Destination North Dakota.
Yes.
Because my mom made us spend a night in a hotel. We were gonna drive all the way through.
We were planning on driving all the way through. It was what, 21 hours?
Yeah.
21 and a half hours from where we were.
Well, I think it was 20. No, it was more. It was 23.
Was it? Okay.
I think so.
It was a long time, almost a whole day of traveling. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad we stopped. No lie.
I am too. Once we kind of stopped, I was like, all right, yeah, fair. I could have kept going with a bang.
Right. But we figured we shouldn't because
right.
Yeah, good. Caffeine is no substitute for sleep.
Exactly. Right. But yeah, so.
What did we drive? 17 hours that first day?
More like 16, I think. But the first hotel was a Quality Inn, it was alright.
It was alright.
But, you walk in and you can clearly see there used to be 2 beds, but one was removed.
And replaced with a recliner.
Mm.
Well, no, a rocking chair. It was replaced with a rocking chair that was it was like a leather rocking chair. And it sat real nice, but you could see where they tore out the other bed from the wall. So, that was interesting. It was fun, though. It was
much the whole ride. After we listened to music that way there.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we got into Bert Kreischer's podcast.
Yeah, it was a whole lot.
2 Bears, 1 Cave, which, if I could ever meet that man.
Oh, him and Tom Segura.
Right.
So
I want to imagine
so
if we were podcast collab.
That'd be so sick.
It's so unlikely, but it's just so cool to think.
We have dreams. We have dreams, okay? We have dreams. All right. Give it. All right, so yeah, the second day, it's a lot shorter drive. We get
8
there.
8.5 hours.
Yeah. And so yeah, we get there.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Whip up to my aunt's house, get to see my aunt and uncle,
Cousin.
my cousin Cullen, and his friend that's staying with him, Ethan.
Yeah, he was.
Cool guy.
Ethan, you're so.
By
good.
far my favorite friend of my cousins. Like out of all his friends, by far one of my favorites.
Ethan was pretty dope. He said
It was really cool.
he had met like Justin Bieber and had like his contact information.
Right? He said he was a dick.
Justin
Which
Bieber.
I can believe.
Justin Bieber, what's going on, man? I know you're watching this. I know you're watching this.
You were definitely part of the 250 viewers of that first video.
100%. 100%. Too busy writing baby.
I bet he was one of the dislikes too.
Probably.
Speaking of that, talked to one of our friends, Ashley, and she said she had heard from our first video some diss we were talking.
Some diss. I mean, we weren't dissing like
We weren't technically dissing, we were just stating facts.
our side on some stories.
Exactly, our side.
Exactly. There's always two
Facts
sides,
with
so-
some spice.
Facts.
No, just kidding, we don't lie.
We never lie. Lying's for liars. We're not liars. Alright, so yeah, we get there. I meet the whole fam. She has her family. I meet her whole family.
Except my other cousin, who's in Oregon, being a raft guide.
He's rafting. Whitewater rafting over there in Oregon. Hey Carson, I tried your mahi mahi tacos. They were pretty good.
Bussin'.
Straight bussin'. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
know
that
they
first day, we ate dinner with my aunt.
Yep.
That was kind of it. Next day, we just hung low because it was kind of shitty weather.
Yep, it was. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for your grandma to get back.
Yeah, my grandma came back to her fatty crib.
Oh yeah, super nice house. How much was it? I don't even know. I don't know if you told me or not. But
A lot.
super nice house. It's a 2-story technically. I think I would call it technically a 2-story house, but it's got like one room upstairs. It was just one big room.
Like a loft.
Yeah, but the first floor was dope. It had so much on the first floor, and on the bottom floor had a bar, had a whole like TV set.
Which we did not use.
True. Did we even watch TV when we were there?
No.
We didn't watch TV once.
No, we didn't, actually.
We watched some YouTube.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
TikTok.
We watched
a
cold
lot.
ones. Oh,
Cold ones.
that's
Chad,
another.
Chad, anything for using Max Mofo? Hit me up, please. Please.
Dude.
I'll fly to
Then-
Australia. I will fly to Australia.
I probably won't. Your spiders scare me. Bro, I'm serious. If I saw a spider the size of my hand in like that corner over there, I would shit myself. I'd be so scared.
I'd be scared too, but I mean, like, I'd just be like,
No,
oh,
I'd
I
be
just
like,
walk away from it.
like
I
thinking
would
of it.
freak out. Alright, so anyway, that's like Sunday. We just kind of hang out, do it.
Monday, hang out, do whatever.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we hiked the M, which is like a local hike. It's a big M.
It's a big M made of rocks.
We went the hard way.
Oh my gosh. It was pretty hard. We got like an eighth of the way up, and I was like, are we there yet?
We were like, oh.
You're like looking down, you're like, oh my gosh, we're so far away from the cars. But then like you look up and you're like, we haven't made any progress towards.
Then I was
the step.
like, let's sprint.
We made it. How many feet? Probably like 100, not even 100 yards. Probably like.
No, it was like 50 yards.
Yeah, like 50, a
We
50
were
yard
like-
sprint. You're like. Because it's almost a vertical climb.
It's like, I think the grade is like 40%.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
It's pretty gnarly, and I was just like,
And it's rocky and.
my grandma's like,
ocean.
yeah, they carry people down on stretchers sometimes. I was like,
Could you imagine working for the EMT there?
bro, no.
You'd have to be so fit. You just gotta like sprint all the way up that mountain.
I would not sprint.
I'd be like, well, they're gonna either make it or they don't.
Literally, I'd be like, you know what? You chose this.
Exactly. Yeah, didn't we do some light shopping that day? Or we tried to, but everything was...
Right, nothing opened until 10 a.m. Like, what?
Everything opens at 10 a.m. We wake up at like 7, we go shower, and then just get ready, eat breakfast, whatnot. Then we hit downtown at like 9 a.m. There's one store that we go into that's open.
Which was an amazing store. Intrigued Inc.
Intrigue Inc., yeah.
Gas store. I got a free sticker from there because I wore the sweatshirt I bought another day. They're like, you get a free sticker. I was like, which I don't have my cup with me, which I've had the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I got more stickers on it. It's pretty sick. Yeah.
So we hit that one store.
Then what did we do Wednesday? We kind of chilled out Wednesday.
Yeah, we went outside and read quite a bit. We just hung out with or was that the hot springs? Our hot springs was Thursday. No, because we got our tattoos on Thursday.
Right, so hot springs was Wednesday.
Hot springs was Wednesday. It was pretty cool. Is it naturally heated? Correct. Naturally heated.
Hot spring, yeah.
Naturally heated. It was just basically a pool, and
they're pretty cool. They're really common up there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that's gone up there, so definitely hot springs is a thing to go to in Montana.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was super cloudy, so we couldn't see the stars or anything like that. But it wasn't like busy, but there were some people there. We went with her aunt, Colin and Ethan. Shout out Ethan.
Ethan, we kind of like you.
Ethan was pretty dope.
That drama going on between them.
Oh, should we talk about that?
I don't know enough about it. I zoned in and out. I'll talk about the old man that was like
staring at you.
Dude, yeah. So Kate, like, you were here. Say I was here, and that wall is like the edge of the pool, and he's like sitting there. He's like leaning against the wall, and he's like
smiling.
He's
at her.
like, "What are you looking at?"
Right.
Like, I don't even have titties for you to look at. Like, you're looking at my collarbone.
And they were underwater anyway.
Yeah, because I'm short.
Yeah, I mean, you're just staring at nipples out. Maybe he was staring at mine. Maybe he was looking at me.
Ooh.
Maybe he's into boys.
It is June.
It is June. What does that have to do with anything?
It's Pride Month.
Oh, true. But, yeah, so he did that. Yeah, that was Wednesday about it. We just...
Mostly, like, I'll talk about this. So whenever I go there with, like, my mom, because it's my mom's family over there, she's like, got the whole day planned out from, like, 7 a.m. to fucking 11:30, and I'm like, chill, bro. Like, it's vacation, and she always gets back, and she's like, that was just so stressful. I was like, well, I wonder why, because we hiked about 13,000 miles a day.
I swear.
So, I like vacation to just...
Relax. Like there was quite a few times that we just went outside and just read. Read a book.
Nerd.
We're both nerds.
No.
I'm a nerd. Yeah, so you guys have already seen it, obviously, but the third video, I got Adobe Premiere and I'm editing that right now.
Spicy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
hope you guys like that one.
Yeah, I'll come up with like the editing ideas and stuff. But
And I'll just make it happen.
Right. Cause
Hamburger.
hamburger.
I'm just keep talking about Montana. Or don't. I'm just gonna turn the light down so I don't look so pale white. I think it's just inevitable, man.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable.
You just got tan. Yeah. No, but Thursday was tattoo day.
Yeah.
So we hiked in the morning. We went
to
Ted Turner's ranch.
No, that was Friday. We went to
Buffalo
Jump.
Buffalo Jump. So basically, Buffalo Jump was buffalo suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Low-key homicide.
So it was basically a homicide.
So the Indians, I don't know about this. Like, I'm big into Indians or whatever, but so you'd get like a 30-foot cliff, and the Indians would they camouflage themselves, whether it be wolf skin or just hiding in the bush. And the women would sit at the bottom of the cliff, and they would just herd the buffalo off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
So they just jump, and they just die that way, and then they just...
Eat them, take all their bones and stuff, make them
They
into
take
stuff.
everything, because they were super resourceful.
Yeah,
And
hide.
so that was a super dope hike.
Yeah, it was super
I
cool.
hadn't been there for 8 or 10 years. So it was super cool to be back.
And we were the first ones there.
But there was a freaking... So we pull up, and these rangers come there, and I was like... Which was kind of nice, because we didn't know for sure the trail. And so I, like, talked to the woman ranger. She's like, well, we have a bus of 7th graders. And I was like...
Let's get hiking now!
Right.
Let's get hiking. Yeah, so we get there. We get to the... Like, halfway... Or we get to the top, and we see that they
We were
pull
about
up.
3/4 of the way up.
Yeah, and we see the bus pull up, and when we get to the top... This one wasn't as bad. It was a climb, but I mean, it wasn't
There was, like,
terrible.
a section of, like, probably 60, 70 yards that was, like, pretty intense. But other than that...
As soon as we got, it was, like, a slow incline, and then you got to the edge, and then you went just, like, straight up, and then the top was just kind of flat. And then, so yeah. Plateau, exactly. And then, so you look out over the edge, and you can see for literal miles. You can see so far, and it was so beautiful.
It's so pretty. I love it. I want to move there.
Yeah.
Sick.
You convinced me.
Yeah, that, and then Friday is when we went to Ted Turner's. What did I
Thursday.
miss?
Tattoos, man.
Oh my god, no, I thought tattoos was Friday. Tattoos was
Thursday. It was Thursday.
Right, because Friday we didn't hike because of...
Because of it.
Right, so Thursday we get back.
Yes.
We walk into the... So we had gone to the tattoo place Wednesday.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't fit you in, come back in tomorrow around 2 to 3 and see if I have an opening.
Mm-hmm.
If one of my guys does. So we walk in, we talked to the same guy who said he was booked, and he's like, I had a no-show, let's go. So he designs it.
Immediately, it's just right there. He just
Yeah.
designs it. He's like, you like these? And we were like, that's actually kind of dope.
That's
So
what kind of happened last time I got a tattoo.
he's like, here.
Right?
Right,
And then, so I had to get a touch-up, and I was like,
Just gonna
yeah,
get
just
around
touch up this corner, like, just a third of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started on the opposite side. I was like, oh,
We're doing this whole thing.
the whole dang thing.
Right?
So then we get about halfway through it, and I'm like, oh, I'm lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I have tunnel vision. And he was like, oh, so he gets me a sucker, and you go to the bathroom.
I went pee as he finishes up that first one, and I come back, and you're just like,
Yeah, so I guess I passed out, which I don't remember doing.
I didn't think she passed out because I came back and she was just like, and she's kind of perked up. I thought she just had her eyes closed because she was just resting. I don't know. And but like later on Friday,
I swear I'm not a pussy.
you passed out.
I
You
did
definitely
pass
passed
out.
out.
And it's because I figured out, because the next one I didn't have any problems. But that first one I like locked up,
You tensed up. Yeah.
and it just, all the blood. It just,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then so she gets hers first, and then I start getting mine. She got hers on her ankles.
Which is one of the worst spots to get it,
That's what I said,
apparently.
yeah. And then I get mine on the outside of my leg, and this is my first tattoo. And as soon as he starts, I'm like, fuck, that fucking hurts.
And you got it on a meaty spot.
It's not too meaty. I mean, it's just on my leg. It's not too meaty. It's
Look
pretty
that
close
bad
to
boy
it.
up.
You know, see it, everybody.
Give
Check
me
it
what
out.
they want. Yep, you can so see that, white boy.
If you can, cool. If you can't, I'm sorry. It's right there. But
Did you lotion it?
I did a couple times today. But
It's peeling.
yeah, I know.
Nasty.
You nasty. But I get mine. I power through because I don't want to be the bitch of the group. I didn't want to have a sucker. I passed out.
I did get a free sucker, so Ligma.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a sucker just because.
It was
And then
good.
I love my tattoo. I think it's so cool. Now I
I
just
like
want,
mine too.
it's kind of stereotypical. Like you get your first tattoo and you're like, no, I just want to cover my body. But yeah, that's how I feel about it right now.
Cause I have 2 more planned. I'm gonna get a spine one and then
Mhm.
figure out one with my brother. And you want a half sleeve, didn't you?
Either half sleeve or full sleeve, yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, and also while I'm sitting there waiting to start, some guy walks in to plan his next one, and he had a full sleeve, and it was super detailed and super
It was
dope.
an
And
eagle.
it was the guy that was doing ours. He came in to talk to him, and he had like an eagle right here, and he had like a red eye like on the
It
inside
was
of
a
his
wolf's
bicep.
eye. It was so sick.
Was it wolf's eye?
Yeah.
But it was just like red and super detailed, and it was so.
So his
sick.
arm down here was like those trees,
Mhm.
just like pine trees, like pine tree silhouettes.
Mhm.
Then he had the eagle wrapped around, and then he had that eye here. Probably some of the sickest designs. And speaking of designs, I saw there was a Playboy bunny
That was.
in barbed wire, and
it
I was like,
so
I
cool.
think that is. It might be my it'll be my 5th tattoo because I'll do my spine, my brother, and mine, and then
The Playboy money.
I'll do the Playboy.
That'll be a
bunny.
little bit later when you can figure out where you can put it.
Yeah. That one was so sick. I was like, oh,
I saw it and I was like, damn, I might consider getting that one.
it's so sick.
It's so cool. And you wouldn't have to get it big. Well, you'd have to get it kind of big to show the.
To show the bar, like you
Detail.
either have to get just the Playboy bunny if you're gonna do a simple one like behind the ear,
Mhm.
or you do the barbed wire and it's blown up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was super.
that was Thursday. That was super fun.
Mhm.
And then Friday was Ted Turner's,
Friday was Ted Turner's.
who owns 113,600 acres, which is equivalent to about, I think, 170 something square miles.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's just
So,
some rancher, right? He's just a
yeah.
rancher.
I don't know the whole story, but yeah, he's got hella cash. And he has like a little campsite back there, and we had a little picnic.
We had a picnic. Her grandma was like, come here. We were downstairs watching Cold Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out. we got downstairs watching Cool Ones, and her grandma was like, Casey, come here. Just like, not secretive at all, but.
No, she never is. She'll always try to hand me money, and she's like, here, don't let anyone know. I'm like, well, now
You
they'll.
showed the whole fucking room. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I'll take the 50, Grandma.
But yeah, we just kind of walk. I walked in the other room. I'm like, am I in trouble? Like, what's going on? She's like, here, this is a picnic basket. Since Tim never takes me out to go anywhere.
That's my grandpa.
And I was like, oh. She's like, here, look at this. There's silverware. There's plates and everything inside of it. Napkins. Take what you want, and just go have fun. Make it romantic. And I was like, okay. She's like, do you want candles? I was like, no, I don't want to burn down the forest. She's like, okay, good.
Sorry, Ted. Yeah.
Could have leveled his 113 acres, 113,000 acres.
Yeah.
In instant.
No, I just.
That would have been bad. I would have gone to jail for a long time.
Yeah. Time to find a new one. Yeah, so I'm looking for.
Go ahead. Oh. I'm looking for a new boyfriend. Right here. Hit her up, guys. She said she's not in Blonde Boys, but there seems to
Apparently
be
I am.
there seems to be a trend.
I guess.
Anyway, but yeah, we hiked Ted Turner's.
Well, not really. I guess we kind of.
We just kind of walked around. We went to
Because
the
I had my
river,
tattoos and I didn't want to.
hiked.
Because that was the first mistake I made. I threw cleats on 2 days after I got in and pulled all the ink.
On your first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kind of walk around the river. Mine's high enough, so it's not like on my socks or shoes or anything. She wore Birkenstocks, so she wouldn't goof it up.
I went in the water, snagged a couple of rocks.
And a couple rocks. I found a big stick so I can bring my mom home a rock that was out there. I was like, I want that one. So I found a piece of driftwood. I was like, give me that rock now.
So and we're like, oh, which rock should we ride on so we know this trip? He's like, okay, there's these two. I'll throw them up. Whichever lands first is the one we'll choose. And he goes, yup. They land at the same time, and I was just like.
Yeah, I toss them up. I'm like, all right, whichever one lands first, that's the one we'll choose. I toss them up, and they both hit at the same goddamn time. Fuck.
What doing?
Exactly. So I'm like, I grab them again. I'm like, all right. So the first time I made the mistake of throwing them with one hand. The second time I threw them with two hands. And so yeah.
Yeah. That was Friday, and then Saturday we woke up at 6 and
Took off.
headed out. My grandma cried. Love you, Grandma.
Yeah.
Then I almost cried because like.
Come on, Grandma, you're gonna make me
sad.
cry, man.
Right?
Make me cry.
But yeah, and then we headed home. It took a different route through Iowa.
We went to.
We can blurb this out. I hate Iowa. Whoever lives there, I hate your state. And it's equivalent to Indiana. Like, it's just like so. It's so
Boring.
ugly. It's so
Boring.
pointless.
Boring state. Just make
Right?
it part of something else. Don't name it something.
And then your speed limit 70. Literally,
Let me speed.
get out.
Let me speed, please.
Yeah.
By golly.
So yeah, Iowa. Other than your truck stop, Ligma.
Your truck stop was pretty tough. We kind of walked around. That was a big store. It was kind of cool.
I know for a fact a coffee would have been like $18. So no.
For real. But yeah, we made before the truck stop.
Mhm.
The truck stop was the second day, wasn't it? Was it Sunday?
Yes, because we stopped in Sioux City.
Yes, and the first day of the drive home, we went to Custer Battlefield, which was nice to see. Kind of
But it was $25.
to get in.
I would have said $5 was.
If it was $5 per person, fine. But it was $25 per vehicle. I was like, that's kind of steep, man. I'm not a fan of that.
It was. I think I would have enjoyed it more if there wasn't little wenches running anywhere.
Yeah, there were kids
Anyway.
around just making a lot of noise.
There
It
was
was
so
really
many
cool.
kids, and I was like, okay. Speaking of kids, I'm babysitting now. This is my new job.
Wait, let's finish Montana first.
Okay, sorry. I just thought of kids.
So Custer Battlefield, we see that. We're like,
Yeah.
we spend like, I don't know, 25 minutes there. And then,
I was closer to like 40, honestly.
was it really?
We spent a hot minute there.
Yeah, we just kind of read the little plaques that were there with all the information and stuff like that. Hop back in the car, make it to the hotel that night. We were gonna stop and see Devil's Tower, but it was an hour out from where we wanted to go. And
Which
then
it
an
would
hour
be
back.
so. I would love to see that another time because it genuinely is really cool. But we We wouldn't have pulled into the hotel until like almost midnight.
Yeah.
So
I would have had to get up really early. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was alright, but.
we get to the hotel, go to bed immediately, and then.
Well, I went to bed immediately.
I watched the movie because it was on, and it was super cool because they were racing cars. It wasn't Fast and Furious.
It
but
was a cool movie. It was sad.
It was.
Whatever I watched was sad.
But yeah, then we get up, head out on the road. We're like, all right, this is the trek, the last trek. Make a couple stops to get gas and whatnot, but we make it to the world's largest or country's largest. Is it world's largest truck stop?
Trucks.
Just pavement as far as you can see, just about, and then yeah, so there's a cool store there. Then we leave, and it was only like what?
From there, it was about 6 hours.
It was 4 hours because we each drove 2.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and then she drove the first 2 hours. I drove the second 2. Make it back to my house, and
Then we saw each other later that.
yeah, my parents had a fire and whatnot. So
I came back.
yeah, as soon as I get home, or as soon as my parents get home, after Kendra had dropped me off.
Well, let's talk about why I came back.
You missed me.
Well, my mom was at home, but I guess that wasn't why I came back.
No, not that night. Well, we had mentioned it, but then like.
Well, so Monday was Memorial Day, it's the next day, and I'm going to pick him up in my car. And I get in my car and I'm like, someone drove my car. And before I left for Montana, I fueled up, and I had also detailed it with him.
Yeah, she did.
So it was looking sexy.
It was pretty.
I get in my car, I have a quarter tank of gas. I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like, my mom can drive this, she helped me pay for it. Cool. I look at my passenger seat, and there's a fucking scratch in my leather, and there's dog hair everywhere. And I was like...
Dog hair, dirt, everything. It was nasty. Nose prints on like the control panel. And
bro, the rage. I was in my car, and I was just screaming. I was so pissed. Because I love my car. I'm a big car girl. And I'm like, this is probably the most disrespectful thing my mom could have done. So I text her, I'm like, did you drive my car? She's like, just for a little bit. I'm like, well, that's bullshit because you drove 3/4 of a tank. Whatever. I'm like, did you put a car in my car? Did you put a dog in my car? She's like, yeah, I had to because my mom had my car and you had the truck. I was like, you're gonna wait 30 minutes before putting a fucking dog in an Audi?
Not just putting a dog in an Audi, but putting a dog in an Audi to go take it to get
washed.
To go wash the dog.
And there's a new scratch in my leather. And I was like, did you put him in the back seat too? And she's like, no. Well, that's a lie because my back seats are covered in dog hair, dirty, and there's a scratch back there. So I was furious, right? And my mom's like, well, I own the car. That's a lie because I paid for part of it and my dad paid for part of it. It's just in her name because it's easy that way. You know, divorced parents' problems. No biggie. So I was like, alright, whatever. I'm pissed. I'm like, you put a dog in my car. Kinda stupid. And I know for a fact, I could tell when I was braking by the way my car was shifting. She punched that bitch. And she was braking when she was going like 100 because my brakes were like wanting to commit suicide. And I was like, she is such a bad fucking driver. Like 2 phones in her hands because she has a work and a personal, and driving with her knees going like 80 and tailgating the fuck out of people. Yeah, Mom.
What's going on?
Stupid. Anyways.
Kendra's mom. Let's have you on the podcast.
So then she's like, she doesn't talk to me for like 2 days. Doesn't even talk to you.
Yeah, I come over and then
she doesn't say anything. And she's like mad at me because I was mad at her. I was like, I'm mad at you because you destroyed my fucking interior. She told me the claw marks would buff out. You know how Leatherworks love?
Those don't quite buff out.
Bro, I'm still mad about it, and that was like Monday.
Stop talking about
it.
I don't want you to start flipping tables.
What is it? No, and then, okay, so then I'm babysitting now. We'll get to this story. I hate children.
Anyway, sorry about that. We had to cut it because my camera was like, you know what, you only get a half an hour. So, continue. We were talking about you not liking children.
So yeah, I despise children. If I get a babysit, bing, 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 bing,
bing bong. Babysitting job. She's babysitting.
Babysitting job for my mom's boyfriend's daughter.
Yes.
Anyways, So I'm babysitting Lily, and she's 5. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll like children after this. I don't.
She doesn't like them even more. She doesn't like children more.
But it's like, I still like Lily. It's just children are not up my alley. But she loves me. She freaking adores me. For some reason. So anyways, now I'm babysitting her. And I like kids because they're so upfront. They're so upfront. I love Lily because she's like, you're way prettier than your mom. And I was like, oh, that's right, Lily. And then she agrees with me on everything.
Go ahead.
And top it off, she's like, you know, I think it's weird when your mom and my daddy kiss. Like, I know they're friends. And I was like, me too.
Yeah, friends, right.
Me too.
Friends.
I thought it was the funniest shit. But yeah, I'm babysitting her, and she doesn't really fuck with Casey at all. The only way she talks to him is through me. So she whispers to me, and I talk to you.
It's so weird. Yeah, I came over today, and it was like the last, 30 minutes you had her before her dad came to get her, and I just kind of pulled up and just dead silence to me.
Oh, yeah. And she's like, before that, she
was running
never stops talking. She fell asleep in the car when I went to get groceries. It's a 15-minute drive. It turned into a 40-minute drive.
Just so she could sleep more. You were like,
just so she could just stop talking. Because I just don't have patience with children. And, I do love her. She's like, I love you. And I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. And she'll, lay on me. And I'm like, ow. I worked out. Get off. But I can't say that. She was laying on my bicep. And today was bicep and back. And I was like, just doing this hurts. And I was like, she was laying right on it. I was like, I just want to. But I can't. Okay. So I'm learning patience.
She's a sweetheart, but she's still a kid, so.
She is a kid. And I told my mom, I'm like, this only reassures the fact I don't want children.
Does that break her heart?
No, my mom knows I don't like children. I said, put all your faith in Kyle, because that's all we got.
Yeah, I kind of feel
that's not good faith.
Blaine, if you're watching this, come on, pull through, man. Pull through. Because I agree. I'm greedy. I just want to spend my money on me.
Yeah, same.
Oh yeah, Casey, post edit, put something in my hand. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm gonna probably just put something super stupid like a
dildo.
I said Pokemon.
No, I think
no dildos.
No. But my brother, our freaking bloodline's in his hands.
Yeah, same with my brother.
Good luck.
Damn.
Bro. If people think I'm a bitch, you have not met my brother, who is the I was talking, my dad, I went to spend the night with my dad, divorced parents, bros. That should be a good little hashtag every time I say that.
Hashtag divorced parents. Down here.
And so I was mad at my mom, so I'm like, I'm gonna go spend the night at my dad's.
I'm sure she was like...
Yeah, because the next day she saw me, she was super nice.
Oh.
I finessed the fuck out of the system. But anyways, my dad and I shit talked my brother and my mom for 2 hours.
Yeah,
and my dad's like, I know he's my son, but he is the most narcissistic asshole I've ever met in my life. And I was like, that's right, Bob.
I went to go eat dinner with her and her mom and Kyle and your aunt, and he said I was wearing my church clothes. I was like, dude, I just want to look nice.
Yeah, my brother thinks he's the coolest guy ever. I'm like, there's a difference between cool and just an asshole that no one says anything to, because you're bigger than everyone.
Yeah, you're kind of giant.
If my brother was short, he would have little man syndrome and everyone would bully him. But because he's so big, he can get away with everything.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
Kyle, please don't beat the shit out of me.
And Kyle, give me my PS5 back. Bitch. He stole that shit when I was in Montana and he won't bring it back. I'm working. Bullshit.
Boink gang. You work from home.
Literally. God. Give me it back.
I think we're this isn't stopped at 30 minutes. I think we're 36 minutes in.
Yeah, so we got about 5 minutes.
You just want to do 40 this time? 45? I was going to say 45. We still have plenty of stuff to talk about.
Oh my gosh, we have so much. Oh! Pimple popping, dude.
Oh, yeah, and we...
Look at the face.
It's probably just all white right now. Maybe something like that. Get a little shadow on
So
my face.
anyways, we get to Montana. Your face was looking rough. It was rough. It wasn't terrible.
It's my girlfriend, everybody.
But like
Yeah.
he had
I know.
a breakout, and now you are just clear, dude. Better than me, cause I love being a girl.
Yeah, girls do some strange things, man. Like once a month.
Yeah, that shit is annoying. I want to talk. I went to the OBGYN for the first time.
It's fun.
She touched my boobs.
She's making sure you. your
No
boobies are
cancer.
good. Making sure your boobies are all good.
No cervical check until I'm 21.
12.
So no one gets to look at my pussy.
Pussy.
But yeah, I'm tempted to be like, yo, my aunt got her uterus taken out. Can you
Yoink.
yoink mine out? Like you're down for like 6 weeks, dude. Cause they take out a whole ass system, essentially.
Yeah.
Like a whole organ system just gets
They leave the front part.
ovaries.
The ovaries just become AirPods.
Your stomach's like, yeah, estrogen.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'd be so down for a hysterectomy,
I'll just get my balls snipped off. Just tie them off like a goat.
bro.
Rubber band 'em.
I will.
What? I know you used to do that to goats, but like,
Yo,
Like-
it's
like my balls.
this sounds so mean, but it's kind of funny. Cause you do the baby goats, and they're like, you first let that rubber band go, like this balls and whatever, and the rubber band's like that, and they're like, meh, and then they just go lay down. Like the first 5 minutes they're fine, and then they start feeling the blood circulation cut off, and then they're just like,
Bruh.
they just lay there because they're just in pain. Like it's harsh, but it's better than surgery, cause it's pretty much really sterile compared to opening them up and snipping it.
Sure, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So for a day of pain compared to the
The consequence of
risk,
infection.
the risk of infection, and bro, we used to have so many goats. They'd just be lined up, all the boys, all their little balls.
They just be like. "Ugh."
Then you would find a dried up ball sacket, and you're like, oh, socket. It's like a little packet of stevia.
Okay. Post edit Casey. Bruh. Right now. Bruh. Right now. But
Dang.
yeah. So yeah, I'm dating an actual psychopath.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's okay though, right?
Just wait till after this.
Yeah, we're gonna go crazy, huh?
I'm gonna eat a lot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bust, bro. So good.
Dude.
Comment your favorite cereal right now.
Cereal.
Cereal. Comment your favorite cereal. Alright, so we have a couple topics right here. You want to do this one or this one down here?
Dude, I think we should just talk about our next podcast.
Pimple popping yet. Anyway.
Oh my god, yeah! How do we get off of that? So, Clearface boy, you can't tell because he's white. And, your face looks good. Like, you have really cleared up. And yeah, I just took the one that has the little loop on one end and the stabber on the end and just...
It hurts so bad it makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I let him grab my ass. Beep. Yeah, so he lets the pain flow.
I'm like, ah!
But it looks good because we both have cystic acne. So when I noticed he did, I was like, I can clear this up for you.
Alright, there, I got this.
And it looks
It
better.
does look better,
If
I can say.
anyone has cystic acne, which you'll know because it is super red, super painful, no matter how many times you pop the whitehead, it keeps coming back. It's because there's a little hard ball of just dead
That's so you got it.
skin cells and just bacteria and stuff, and you have to get that ball out for it to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have cystic acne, you just gotta get a good good tool, and yeah.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, I do feel much better. I look much better.
Mm.
Even at work, it hasn't come back too much since I have to wear a mask. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of dope. But yeah, all right. So
I think we should talk about the next podcast.
our next podcast
Is a guest star,
It'll be
which start leaving comments of who you think should be on.
leave a
We
comment.
want someone with a lot of clout, because we're clout chasers.
You are a contest chaser.
Shut up.
But yeah, leave a comment on who you want to be on.
Shout out Cole Gingrich.
Hey Cole765 Ghost. Listen to his newest song, Empty Faces.
Bro, we just shouted you out. You have to come on.
Kieran Gehring as well.
And then next
Let me
podcast.
finish. Kieran Gehring, aka Northshy. His songs are "Shiny in My Eyes," correct?
Don't ask me. I'm sorry, that sounded terrible.
I love your music, Kieran. Look up Northshy on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to music, YouTube. Shout out to those boys. Love you guys. But yeah.
But yeah, next podcast we'll do that, and then we have a cool idea if people who watch want to be in the podcast. We'll say that next time,
Right.
and you can get a way to be on.
Yeah. Hit us up if you want to be on. Hit one of us up if you have our contact information.
Bert
Or just
Kreischer,
just comment
Tom
on us.
Segura,
Just let us know, man.
Cold Ones. That's about it. That's all we want. Rest of you,
PewDiePie.
Felix. Thank you.
Felix Schellberg. Come on. Come on over.
Trooper.
He's
What is
a
Cooper Trooper.
Cooper Trooper. Cooper Trooper. Cooper Trooper. That's hard to say. Anyway,
Your vacuum
yeah.
kind of scared me.
Boo vacuum.
I thought, dude, I was on TikTok and I saw something about a chupacabra, and I was tanning, and I was like,
But
you know they're real.
So to end this one off, do you just want to talk about a random story that you have that you witnessed? I wasn't there, but the one that you have of that truck during the winter. Was it during the winter? Because he had his plow in the front, and he was.
Oh my God!
he
No.
was
Okay.
absolutely
Okay.
destroying. Go ahead.
So had construction per usual. So the left lane was closed. I was southbound, and so I'm heading like towards it. And I jump on, and this guy has like a plow, a really old plow on the back of his truck, and it's pretty wide. Like it would take up both lanes. But they had one lane closed with the barrels, not just cones, barrels.
Big old barrels.
And he pulls out in front of me, and of course my first reaction is like, this bitch. Like, now I have to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, never mind. Because I realize this man can't drive. And so we get going. Next thing you know, I see a barrel get launched 6 feet in the fucking air. It goes above the truck. It's boom, boom. And he hit like 2. He like overcorrect. And then we like get back. He was like, boom.
It's so.
Some would flop, come back up. Others would be fucking flying. And then he overcorrects one time and hits a fucking electrical box. And this thing's like... and I'm losing my shit in the car. I'm so mad I didn't get a video. And eventually he just pulls off. But it was so funny. I was losing my shit.
I wish I would have been there to see that. It was.
Dude, I've never seen those barrels go so high. They were...
Boom! I mean,
Getting
they're not light. You're really like doing flips and stuff in the air.
Dude, they were flipping. They were going above his truck, and I was like, so happy I got stuck behind him.
That's so funny. Was that the end of that story? So
Yeah, nothing too special. I just thought it was funny.
It was pretty funny. We just had it on here. I figured I'd let that story be the end of that one.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the 4th episode of the KC podcast. We will have a special guest for our 5th episode.
And if we get someone spicy, we can do relationship advice.
Right.
That'll be a nice video. The title of this video?
No idea.
Montana.
Montana trip, probably. Montana trip. Plus
We drove 3,000 miles together.
And we didn't kill each other. Let's go.
Yay!
But yeah, so this is the end of this one. We'll see you guys with someone else in the 5th podcast.
It'll be spicy. I'll have a ring light. Will look good.
Yeah, I hopefully won't be white for the next one. I probably will be just pale for this one.
I'm even white in this one, which I'm normally super white anyways, but
And it happens.
Better than you.
Anyway, this has been the KC Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, leave a like, let us know who you want on, and if you have any ideas. So yeah.
Send them.
My name is Casey Herring, and this is my co-host.
Kendra Brewer.
And thank you very much for watching. You have a good one. Well, this is postscript for episode 4. We've already done episode 5. We do have a special guest coming in for episode 5. It's already recorded. We have number 6 about to be recorded, so we're on the grind. And we just wanted to do this little afterwards thing to let you guys know that we're starting a Patreon for our channel. It's just K-C Podcast. You can look it up on Patreon. I'll put the link at the top of the description. If you guys want to support us, there's a couple tiers if you want to join. That's great, but if not, we're not asking you to give us money. Of course, we would never. It's just to make the podcast better is all. That's all I like. If we were going to make money off this podcast, to just make it really fucking dope.
So you don't have to deal with this lighting.
Yeah, like
in this background.
Yeah, like the background for the office that we edited, and lighting that's in my brother's old room. So, yeah, that's most of it. The only thing we would get different would be lighting, which we still need to get. Mics, which would be awesome.
Oh, we could get a cool tarp background.
We can get a little green screen, maybe a little green screen action. But yeah, things like that. Maybe just simple things like that. We won't use it to like go on a trip to Morocco. Yeah, we're gonna use it to make this podcast better for you guys, and yeah, hopefully we can grow and get bigger and just make better content. That's all. So yeah, you have anything else to say?
No.
Continue to watch, subscribe, please.
Yeah, watch it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
You don't edit in here from nothing.
Exactly. We're in here. We're in here for multiple days.
It's just kind of funny. But
it is really fun. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, we won't keep this. We won't keep this too long. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys made it to the end of the video, yeah, we're signing out again. Thanks for watching the K-C Podcast.
Come.